Good evening, one and all. And I'm Sanjhna Nayarr on behalf of Oneness and Wisdom India Family G100. I am super excited about today's chat show. Now, let me introduce you all to G100, what we are. For all of those who are here amongst us for the first time, let me talk about G100, Oneness and Wisdom. We are a group of individuals who truly believe that we are all one and yet uniquely different. That is the wisdom we are here to share through G100 Oneness and Wisdom Wing. We have powerful ladies as country's regional, state, and city chairs, and awesome gentlemen as our global and country denim partners, and mixture of ladies and gentlemen who form our advisory council to support, advise, and participate in driving our vision, which is driving the gender equality. And our vision is also to help our sisters spread their wings and soar. On behalf of our global chair, Jennifer Mandram, and our country chair, Anu Nadampalli, this is Dr. Sanjhna Nayarr, the country advisor for our council, welcoming you all to this beautiful chat show today, Women and Midlife Crisis. I'm joined by two vibrant personalities today, Dr. Avlokita Sharma. She is our Punjab State Chair, and Dr. Prachi Beriwala, our Karnataka State Chair. Women and midlife crisis. Well, when we talk about women, they are always, they have been known for their great intuition, especially when it comes to, their reaction to their bodily changes. And especially when these changes are happening due to the circumstances, specific circumstances. It can be emotional, mental, and also physical. Interestingly, these changes are, it can be caused due to internal or external factors. When these reactions, which I call the feelings or emotions, when they tend to get out of control during a specific, phase of our life, it can go haywire. And what can be worse is, when our loved ones, the people around us, they fail to align with our understanding, and they come up with phrases like, what, I think she's going crazy. Honestly, what I think, people, we are not going crazy. What's happening is midlife crisis. So let's more dig into the topic, and let's talk to Dr. Avlokita Sharma, what she has to say about this.
Good evening, Dr. Prachi, and good evening, Dr. Sanjhna. It is indeed a opportunity as well, a topic that is very close to my heart. Probably, maybe I'm also fighting the issues which Sanjhna just highlighted. Uh, so the thing is, in personally speaking, in my family, I've got teenagers, so they are confused because they are fighting identity crisis. Me and my partner, we are going through a midlife, so we are also confused. So basically, we are a family of crazies. Nobody can blame or say anything to anyone. That is on the lighter side. Well, midlife. What is midlife? We hear that phrase too often. Basically we are that sandwich generation, 40 in the span of 40 to 55, where the parents are aging and children are growing up. Parents, they need our undivided attention, and so do our children, and we have equal responsibilities towards parents as well as children. So that is why we call it the sandwich generation. And midlife crisis is real, it's not a myth. Whosoever is joining us today and is listening to us, yes, it is not a myth. It is not an urban phenomenon. It is not a Western cultural thing. It is real, just like post-traumatic stress or PPD when the women live as a child. Even midlife crises are real and they are happening. So that is the first thing. And if Now, what do we want? Now, this topic is especially women in midlife. What do we don't want anything. We just want somebody to listen to us and acknowledge the fact that we are going through a critical period of our times. While we were hitting puberty, most of men and let's talk about girls. When they hit puberty, we have a lot of support system. The mothers are there, the grandmothers are there, the school is there. The school, I remember back in time, the school. I studied in a convent, so there used to be these lectures on sex education, hygiene, and Dr. Sanjhna is doing great work in imparting education on menstrual hygiene. See, so that point when we were hitting puberty, when it all started, we had such a big support system. But now, when we are on our that the cycle of our life is on a phasing out, we don't have a support system, and we are taken as a complete package beings, caretakers, breadwinners, as well as the beauty queens on the same and the same go. So nobody really thinks and acknowledges ki, okay, this per lady or my mother or my wife can go through these changes. So the fathers are there for the daughters, but when it comes to their wives hitting midlife crisis, they themselves don't know how to handle it. So this is basically how I will put it. And at the bottom line is it happens with everybody. It's not a gender specific. Okay, midlife is happening only with women or urban women, or it's not happening with men. It happens with every. Change is the law of nature, isn't it? We all go through changes, and we need to accept it. We need to acknowledge it, and we need to find that silver lining. इसके आगे क्या है? Should I just leave everything and go in my shell, or should I rise as a phoenix? I feel we should take the middle path. Don't do anything drastic, or don't suddenly try to change yourself. No, take it slow. And transformation takes time. You haven't reached this age in the blink of a wink. One fine day you were sleeping and you were in that midlife. No, it took time, isn't it? So it's a phase. We'll come out of it. And the ladies, especially, I think we are blessed with some extra, what do you call it, that edge that we have that in us to come out victorious. That's my take. Thank you,
Absolutely. That's
Sanjana.
beautiful. That's beautiful. So, do you think, Dr. Avlokita, when you say that there's always a middle path? So, how far do you think that women can actually understand to even accept this fact that there is a middle path also? Because in our society, it might not be that open.
Yeah. It's difficult, Sanjana. It's very difficult. See, the path that was given to us by Lord Buddha,
Yeah.
he took him forever. That is why we could have only one Lord Buddha, isn't it? So he was the one who told us about the middle path. It is difficult. The problem with ladies is that, see, our society is obsessed with youthfulness. Not just the
Hmm.
Indian scenario, you look around. In society is obsessed with youthfulness. So it is, and aging women, the society is not kind to aging women. Okay, the society is not kind to women, let alone aging women. So it
Absolutely.
is difficult. It's very difficult to take the middle path. What mistakes I see, I have, I'm blessed that I have a good support system. At the same time, I see a lot of ladies around me. What is saddening is that suddenly now they have hit this phase of life. They want to achieve something overnight. They want to be famous overnight. They want to be trendy overnight. They want to be rich overnight, which
Hmm.
is wrong,
Yeah.
because all this time, the last 4 decades of their life, they were either dutiful daughters and then dutiful daughter-in-laws and then very caring mothers, and now this
Yeah.
juncture of life they feel कि, oh my god, I've missed out on a whole lot of years. मुझे अपने ने अपने लिए कुछ नहीं किया, which is not so. किया है. See, if you have built a home, a nest, if you have raised children, and if they are doing well, even if they're not doing well, they're there. You have contributed to your spouse profession, or have, if you have looked after your parents or sisters, if you have been a caregiver all through your life, you have achieved something. Why does it have to
Hmm.
be in monetary, there's no one yardstick that gauges my achievement, your achievement, or anybody else's achievement. Probably my achievements
True.
are more intangible, yours may be tangible. So I should not feel कि मैंने कुछ नहीं किया अपने लिए. If I've raised children with values and if I've made a happy home, okay, I've done, I've enough. So middle path, like coming to
Great.
middle path, it is difficult because when we see around, especially on the social media, and a lot of ladies in the mid 40s are very active on social media. So when we
Yes.
see, we also feel, ki, okay, fast, I'm going to hit the gym. I'm 45, hit the gym, lose all the extra pounds in a day, and look like this particular influencer. That is where you lose it out, actually. So it is
Great.
important to take the middle path, and you need to find your own middle path.
Absolutely agree to that. So, Dr. Prachi, to considering that middle part note, do you think there can be any secret remedy to tackle it, or to have a happy life on our terms?
Acceptance.
Beautiful,
Acceptance is the key, right?
beautiful. Yeah,
See,
yeah.
okay, before, like I start talking about midlife, like
Hmm.
I do write shayari in the, free time and all that. So there was something came to my mind related to when I was thinking about, okay, like, because from past, I think 1 week we have been thinking, eating, walking, sleeping, everything is midlife. Right, because there is so much, we started connecting to our own life. That is a, I think that's the right way of putting it across. So I'll just read it out what I wrote, and then we'll go ahead, right? So इरशाद, यूं ही चलते रहे जिंदगी की राहों में, यूं ही चलते रहे जिंदगी की राहों में, आई सांझ और हम रुक गए. So सांझ here is midlife. सांसें रही थम, सीने में है गम, सांसें रही थम, सीने में है गम, क्या करने आए थे और क्या करते रह गए. So I think this entire, dilemma is all about midlife. So if Sanjana ji put it across this way, midlife. So life ko hata dijiye, MID. So it could be, dilemma of a person amidst individuality, right? So D is for dilemma, I is for individuality, and M could be meeting life demands, not limited to a specific gender, a specific strata of the society, not like Avlokita ji rightly said, it is not restricted to a geographical location, it is not restricted to Indian or foreign, it is not restricted to something which has been created by social media. It was there. We have seen a mother going through it, right? Because somewhere, no, I think when you spoke about कि इसको balance करने का कुछ है क्या, right? That was your question, right? So I think, this is a period of self reflection. कि this is what for 40 years, 45 years, or maybe 50 years I have done. And I think we should take pride in, right? Avlokita ji said we should take pride in that, we have raised children, we have built the house, we have also, maybe if we are working, we have built our own professional life, right? So I think it's a era of self reflection. So अगर हम सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्शन की बात करते हैं, तो it could be plus, it could be minus, except whatever we have not done till now. Feel joyous about what we have already achieved it, and whatever we feel we have not done till now, let's plan for it. I think थोड़ा शायद midlife crisis थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा. So I think because that's the way I have been doing it. I think your audio is muted, Sanjhna ji.
Oh, so just to add to your version, I would say comparison भी कम करे, जैसे अवलोकिता जी ने हमें बताया था. So the more you stop comparing yourself, with others, हम सबकी journeys are very different. So we should just, as you say, acceptance is the key. So beautiful, very interesting. I love the concept of MID. Beautiful, Prachi ji. So Avlokita ji, when जब जैसे बोल रहे हैं कि वो with the interesting full form of MID, so life is full of treasures, आप एक्सेप्ट करेंगे? Now, has it happened that women face major identity crisis, especially like 40 plus, and what do you think could be the causes? Also, if you can just broadly explain to us, is there a way to reclaim these treasures of joy and love in our life back?
Uh, Firstly, Sanjhna, identity is a concept. It's a tricky concept, and to its core, because it is very subjective. I may define identity in a way, and psychology has a full-fledged. I mean, I'm a psychologist, so uh, way back in '63, if you, I just want to share a little note of psychology. There was a psychologist named Betty, and she was perplexed by these unusual conditions that women were facing, and she named it as feminine mystic. So you can trace this entire identity crisis to the 60s. उससे भी पहले हो रहा होगा, but then that is the phase where a lot of advancement in psychology was happening. So it is identity crisis does happen. Most of the time is we under, especially in the Indian scenario, we brush it. Brush it to the extent we say you are either you want to compete with your male partner, that is why you're having identity crisis, or you want to be an escape, you are done with your wife duties or mother duties, now you're looking for an escape, that is why you're saying you're having identity crisis. Or maybe you are not, you are envious of your female co-workers, that is why you feel you have identity crisis. No, I'm sorry. An identity crisis, if not intervened properly, can lead to a major psychological disorder, and it comes under personality disorders. So, to your question, that yes, ladies do go through identity crisis, and the reasons are the same. We spend our entire life looking after children, spouses, parents, and then there comes a time where we feel, where is the me in me? I am Mrs. So and so. Usse pehle I was so and so's daughter. Now I'm so and so's wife, and later on I am so and so's mother. So where is the me in me? The world doesn't know me as Avlokita. The world doesn't know me by they don't have a nickname for me. I'm called, okay, uska mummy hai ya uska wife hai. So yes, we do feel कि मैंने अपने आप को कहीं खो दिया है यहाँ पे वाइफ में या बहू बन के. And it is not a grave thing also. It is okay because we chose to be someone's wife. We chose to be someone's mother. So what's the shame in it? Why do are we feeling so critical about that thing? But yes, आइडेंटिटी होना चाहिए, सबका इंडिविजुअलिटी होना चाहिए, घर में भी इन वॉट एवर सेटअप यू सी द मेट्रियार्कल पेट्रियार्की, everybody has their own roles to play and they have identity. ये okay, this is the father, he is the head of the family, तो उनका एक अलग आइडेंटिटी है, मदर का अलग आइडेंटिटी है. But when it comes to the bahu or the daughter part, we somehow become hesitant to give that identity to the female members of the family. I don't know. It is not only restricted to Indian scenario. The audience will be surprised. It is prevalent the world over. You may feel, and especially the teenagers might feel, okay, the West is far more modern. No, it is not. How many female presidents did we see in US history? Okay, so that explains it. So yes, we go through identity crisis, and how do we battle it? How do we tackle it? Firstly, even if you are going through some kind of a tumultuous phase in your life, you're looking for identity. Firstly, do not jump or acquire habits or behaviors that are not you. Just to build identity, don't be a wannabe. Like teenagers use this term wannabe. Oh, no, don't be a wannabe. Avoid drastic and desperate measures. And उससे पहले, like Dr. Prachi said, identify the insecurities and accept them. Okay, I'm insecure of maybe my very close friend who's working. Yes, I'm little insecure. Probably she's earning and I'm not. Okay, I'm insecure of not having financial independence. I go out and I have to buy this particular dress. I have to look at my partner's face, or maybe I'm looking for an acknowledgement there कि ये ले लूं. So we do feel that कि okay, financial independence नहीं है, मेरी अपनी कोई वजूद नहीं है. uh, but there you can work upon. Why? But again, if you're don't go anything against your family values. So suddenly you're feeling one fine day identity crisis and you pick up your bag and you start go out to work. I won't suggest that, because it may not end up beautifully. So, so you need to find love and joy in the mundane, routine things that you've been doing all through your life. Still feel happy about it and do something more creative and new. Start with baby steps. Okay, if you are into
Right.
writing, start with baby steps. Go ahead. See, this chance that you offered me, Sanjana, to be part of this beautiful group, which was not offered to me when I was very young. Okay, it was offered to me
Yes.
now. So make best of it. I'm at my home. I'm giving the same love and care that I've been giving to my family members also. But still,
True.
I'm here. I'm enjoying and I'm interacting with
That
such a lovely panel.
I think, Avlokita, that could also be because after 40, I would say mainly we understand our body needs, we understand ourselves better, what we want
Yes.
in life, what we want from ourselves better. Like Ajita Shah, one of our audience, agrees to your comment that don't take any sudden or drastic decisions is a great advice. And our country chair joins us. So, Anu, thank you to be there. Now, going ahead, Prachi, when it comes to the women's, the rights and acceptance in the society, how much ever the time has moved on, and we are all developing, and the power status and empowerment and all of those happening. But I still feel somewhere, the sacrifice, adjustments, and compromises are like synonyms of women now. It's age old, and I think for years to come it's not going to change. Now, how do you feel our family plays an important role in shaping our happy life post 40 years of age?
Sanjna ji, I agree with whatever you say. I agree with Avlokita ji. I think, I think Avlokita ji initially she pointed out ki, like she gave her own example. She was with convent school, and like the moment the girls were getting into puberty or the boys actually get into puberty, so they are given some kind of training, right? That these are the physical changes, these are the emotional changes, these are the hormonal changes which are going to happen in your body, right? The moment we get married these days, a lot of counseling which is being done by gynecologists or which is being done by the medical fraternity or the general counselor. There are premarital counseling, there are post-marital counseling, to make a married life happy. Then it comes to like the second place where we get affected by hormonal changes, or I would say we are attacked by hormonal changes when the lady gets pregnant, right? So that point of time also you have elderly people at home, you have your gynecologist to hold your hand to, and because we are young, right? So even the way the family looks at you is like, okay, the third attack of hormonal rockets in our body again happens when we are touching a midlife crisis, or I would say start of menopause, right? So menopause and midlife crisis just goes hand in hand to some extent, isn't it? Now at that point of time हम बड़े हो चुके होते हैं, है ना? तो everybody expects us like to behave in a very mature way where we ourselves don't know what is happening in our body. We
Right.
don't know why. I'm just feeling why there are like suddenly एकदम hot flashes होने शुरू हो जाते हैं, mood change होना शुरू हो जाता है. I have no control over, I may bleed thrice in a month, I may bleed twice in a month, I might not bleed for 6 months. So there is
True.
so much my body is facing, right? So I think there is a request to the medical fraternity as well that there has to be some kind of, जैसे हम लोग हर एक चीज के लिए सी हैव बीन डूइंग सो मच अबाउट मेंस्ट्रुअल हाइजीन, हम लोग मिड लाइफ क्राइसिस के लिए क्यों नहीं करते? सी आई टेल यू संजना जी, जो मतलब जितना मैंने रिसर्च पढ़ा है या जितना मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया है, when the men hits midlife crisis they look for they want to get soothed, or they want to एक होता है ना कि they look out for their comfort zone outside.
Outside,
In
true.
case of
Yeah.
women, they look out for the comfort zone inside the house.
Inside.
Right?
Beautiful. Yeah.
So अभी अगर मैं अपने घर में ही, if people are not ready to accept me, people are not able to understand, where will I go? Right? So I think like whatever is happening in my body, it is very important to voice it out in the right way. इंस्टेड ऑफ टेलिंग तुमको समझ नहीं आता है मेरी बॉडी में क्या क्या, अरे उसको नहीं समझ में आ रहा, वो आदमी है, उसको मेनोपॉज नहीं होता है. Getting my
Right.
point? So I think
Yes.
sometimes the tone of voice, sometimes expectation कि नहीं मेरे साथ क्या हो रहा है तुमको समझ नहीं, उसको नहीं समझ में आएगा.
So, do you
Because
think, Prachi ji, talking to girlfriends would be better during these phases?
I think
Because
talking to even your child is better during this phase, Sanjhna ji.
will they
I
be
have done that. I have done
okay?
that. I'll give you a small example, right? When 2-3 years back, I thought it was COVID, which is affecting me, but I realized it was a premenopause, which actually थोड़ा जल्दी हो गया था, and I had a worry about it, and every now and then बहुत चिड़चिड़ाहट, बहुत गुस्सा आता था, and
Yes,
I
irritability.
I realized कि this is going to hamper the relationship with my own child, with my own family. So one day I sat, जिस दिन मैं अच्छे मूड में थी, दोनों को बैठाया और दोनों से बात किया
So sorry to
कि I
interrupt here, Prachi ji. I will request, because we have audiences from other countries. If we can just stick on to English, it will be,
oh okay, oh I'm so sorry,
everyone
I'm
can
so sorry,
understand.
I'm so
So
sorry.
yes.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah.
continue our
So
discussion.
one fine day, what I did, I made my husband to sit. I asked my son to sit, and I explained them that these are the changes which are happening in my body, and I'm going clueless about it. I
Yes.
really don't know. So in case if you see me getting angry for unwanted reason, in case if you see because I was putting on weight, there are so many physical changes happening in my body. So please be empathetic towards me. I'm not asking you people to, console with me. I'm not asking you people to show over love with me. Just be empathetic and ignore me that point of time. If I say something bitter, I'm asking you sorry in advance. Just ignore it that point of time. So I think, I always believe in one thing: clear communication can, do any good in life. So I think we can be open up about, whatever my body is facing with our family. If we can, be clear about whatever is happening in the body with the family, I think it will make a difference. Your audio is on mute mode, Sanjhna.
Yes. So to the point that I can take back is we need to be communicative about our emotions, about our feelings, how our body changes, requirements. Now, on that note, the question to you, Avlokita, do you think we women accept and know our body requirements truly?
A big no. No. Firstly, we don't know our body types, and it's
Yes.
sad that whatever knowledge that we gain from the internet and from other sources, we take it personally. Whatever that information is imparted through other sources, friends, we take it personally. We don't do any research to know our bodies. That's firstly, and it's sad. Secondly, that I coming to the same point, that entire facade about being fit, the entire facade about being this acceptance of this particular body shape has thrown us into abyss. And it is sad, a lot of educated working women also are, you know, they are not sure what their body needs are, what their physical needs are, what their emotional needs are, and as well as what their physiological needs are. We don't know what suits me. We don't know. We just follow a particular trend, and we don't know what emotionally our body needs. How many of us in our married life have actually asked our partners, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like? So it is again a world over phenomenon, because we ourselves don't know what our body demands are. And even if we know our body demands, we are too scared to voice our opinions. In families, you are asked to dress up in a particular way, even if you don't like it or not. The other person tells you, don't wear this because it is not suiting your body.
Hmm.
So, and we quietly take it, huh, okay, maybe. Yeah, the other person is fine. Okay, where this shade, it highlights your skin. And we totally accept it. Okay, yes, probably. Like I was watching Made in Heaven season 2. If you watch the web series, then there's this
Yes,
episode of complexion. So the girl
absolutely.
wanted to wear a bridal trousseau. Imagine the girl is getting married; it is her day, but the family is telling
The mother,
her
yes.
to choose the dress. So that's what you answers your question, Sanjana. No, we don't know. Firstly, what our body demands are. Secondly, even if we know, we are too shy, too hesitant, too reluctant to the demands of the body, the pleasures of the body. We are too hesitant. That is how we are
So
brought
we have
up, and
been
that is
taught, yes,
we
exactly.
have been
We have been
tutored. We
brought
have
up
been
in that
tutored,
way.
and the difference that we can make here is we should not do that with our daughters and with our daughter-in-laws and with our sons as well. If you have sons at home, we need to. That is how you can break the cycle. That is the generational trauma. That is the only way. That is the only middle path. Okay, we teach our daughters to be body positive. Know your body, child. Wear what you feel is right. Again, I'm not saying go haywire.
Hmm.
See, what you see on social media, what you see on screen is very different on ground. And I think we are mature enough to know what suits us and what we need to wear when and how. So we need to tell our sons that okay, your friend or your girlfriend or your spouse, let her be. You, if she asks for your advice, then you
True.
give, else you do your thing. Because I have seen men don't really go by the advice that women give. Please, let's match. I am wearing a red sari, you wear a red shirt. The answer will be no. You do your thing. I'm going to do my thing. So why me? Why should I adhere to
Absolutely.
what? No, this is just. I'm not saying this happens in most of the homes. The men these days have become.
But that is the
Uh,
scenario. That's the general scenario happening around the world.
yes.
Like Jennifer rightly says, she says getting to know oneself is the key.
Yes.
So absolutely, and also, she says that it would be wonderful to educate ourselves before. Why
Yes.
waiting until the changes happens in your body, which is very
Correct.
right, Jennifer. And many of us, unfortunately, I would say they do not realize, not just realizing, they do not know the fact that it's not just the menopause or the 40 and later. The effect, the impact on the body can start much before 10 years, or even 30 and later also. That's called perimenopause, or the premenopause as they call it. So many times women go under depression, the anxiety, the hot flashes can all start much before the menopause period starts. So it's I think high time that we pay attention to all these changes that our body is undergoing. And if you're not able to understand why, you're just getting angry. Like for me personally, I'm a very calm person, but off late it's just I'm very short tempered for no reason. So the body is changing. Now if we are not able to understand, talk to your mother, talk to your sisters. If they are not able to understand either, go and consult a gynecologist. It is high time that I feel we women should be communicative about our body, openly discuss. So there are like three phases: perimenopause, then menopause happens. And not just that, our journey doesn't end there. Our challenges, trauma doesn't end there. It's also post menopause, right? So we should not shy away from our bodily changes and requirements, I think. And on that note, I think, Prachi, the question for you would be from adolescence to menopause. There has been phenomenal changes in our bodily requirements. So, how open is our society with menopause? Can you just put some light on the reality check here?
Tell me one thing related to women. What is it society is open about?
True.
Right? So whether it is color, whether it is body type, whether it is height, whether it is educated, uneducated, working, not working, people will always be there to comment. See,
Yes.
it's our life, Sanjana. And gee, I think, plus 40, one thing I have realized, it's my own life, and I think I have the freedom to decide what I want to wear. Even I had
Hmm.
been in the, typical stigma, daughter-in-law, daughter, mother. I'll just tell you a simple example, like whenever I have this allergy, right? So I always wear cooling glasses when I'm outside. So I used to go and pick up my son, and by default, your cooling glasses goes up. And my son used to be like, "No, no, mama, don't do like that. None of the mothers do it." I said, "So what?" So
Hmm.
like you are always, whether it is anybody around you, you are supposed to behave in a stereotype. My mother never wore 90s, so you are not supposed to wear it. My mother never did like this, so you are not supposed to do like this. I think there has to be an end. See, I'm not denying to the fact, at least, we are the sandwich generation, rightly said, right? But at
True.
least the
True.
generation below us is not a sandwich generation. They are
Hmm.
quite open about, they're quite vocal about their feelings. They're
Hmm.
quite sensitive in all this. Like, I do call it as a selfish generation, but in a lot of things they are quite sensitive about it. I just had to tell my son, whenever your mama is on periods, beta, mama's stomach pains. I undergo a lot of hormonal changes, and sometimes I don't have control over my anger, and my body aches actually. So at least when he knew that I was on my periods, he used to help me out. He used to
Hmm.
tell me, okay, you want something, I will go and get it for you. I think it's up to us. That's what I always say, communication is a key. I understand some point of time we don't understand our own feelings, we don't understand our own thought process, but I think 40 plus should be the age where we are able to understand our own self. If I'm not able to do it at this juncture, I can't expect society, or I can't expect my own family members to do it,
Right.
right?
So we are the change. We begin the change.
You have to be the change you want to see in the
Absolutely.
world. And there is a reason for this saying. See, I'll tell you one thing, Sanjhna ji. The moment I had hit 43,
Hmm.
people might call whatever it is, but I realized there has to be something done to me for my by me.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to, change your life unless you don't stand for yourself.
Yeah.
So a lot of restriction till at the age of 43 I faced. After that, it was like, okay, I will follow it wherever I feel comfortable in following it.
True.
Remaining it up to you. You are uncomfortable, I'm so sorry. Somewhere,
And
and
also,
don't have to be revolty, right? You can
absolutely.
be polite. It's just putting it across what you feel good about. If I don't do the certain things when I'm actually hitting 50, right? When will I do it?
Absolutely. And also to understand that every body is different. So,
Yeah,
what I might go through during my menopause period may not necessarily be what you feel, right?
right.
So, it's all, as Jennifer is saying, get help and get excited about, being alive and enjoy your life. And
True,
Ajita is
very
also, joining us. She says that when the marriage becomes stale, children no longer needs us, and if we have achieved work success as per media, then we are left with nothing and leads
true.
to a crisis. So yes, very true to that, Ajita. um, well, we have understood all the menopause and the mid crisis, and the relationship hacks that we should follow. It's about understanding ourselves. It just sums up to that. um, I would say to understand this process medically also, when you talk to your doctor, like what my doctor advised me, I can share it with all the audience today, that for me the hot flashes is a big issue, and my the memory loss, the brain clogging, all of those. So the best thing is small changes that you make in your life. So wear cotton as far as possible, drink a lot of water, hydrate yourself enough, and exercise. That is, I think, the key, because the more you sweat, I think it's fire to fire, so the more you sweat, I think somewhere that the internal thermostat is like high, and then that probably suits the the sweat outside, the hot flashes cools down, maybe it's like a messaging happening inside, right? So I think you should take up anything, and not necessarily exercising. If you enjoy dancing, go for it. Just take up some hobby, some physical activity to just shed out that sweat. Okay. And I would say eat less spice. I love spice, but I have consciously trying to eat less spice, so that just body will feel less heat. Now so many changes, everything for women, I mean, come on. So I want to ask Avlokita ji this question, okay, because it's said that at 40 men get naughty. So do you think women should also get naughty? What do you say?
See, Sanjhna, again, if women want to get naughty, I think go out. Do whatever that your heart tells you to. But if something restricts you, holds you back, it's okay. Let it be. Enjoy it from far. So you don't have to jump in there. See, not all men get naughty. That is also true. And I think for us, we won't let our men to get naughty. So if
I
you
think
want to be naughty,
yes,
if
so
you want to
definition of
be
naughty.
playful, yes. We see the men get naughty at 40. See, they get away with a lot of things. See, you know what I'm saying.
Yes,
Like take a typical case in a moving bus. If a boy does some, tries to do some funny thing with a girl, he will there and then get caught and thrashed.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Now, who gets away? The middle-aged men get away. Now, we are talking on a lighter note here, and I want to tell the audience that none of us subscribe to that. All
Yeah.
ladies here. It's just that on a fun note, we are talking about it. So that is a naughty part because men, they, like Dr. Prachi rightly said, they seek elsewhere. We women are not conditioned that way. Whatever that happiness, whatever the pleasures that we want it in the house from our own man. We don't want to go out, and not that there is a taboo or a stigma. It's okay if you can seek fun out. It's up to you. If your conscience allows you, if your family values allow you, I'm saying on social media, it's okay. But again, don't do it to meet the identity crisis. Okay, I don't look the way I used to look. I don't fit into the clothes that are hanging in my cupboard. So just to overcome that, I will start acting out. I will start behaving like an 18-year-old. I'll start dressing up like an 18-year-old, or maybe go out and be more flirtatious. No, that's wrong. That you've taken the entire purpose of this conference that we are having here, the entire purpose of woman and midlife is defeated. Then you probably chose a very easy and an escape route. Do something constructive. Do something that your family and the world will remember you once you're long gone. Uh, that is that is a sense of it. So, and midlife doesn't need to be drama or disaster or a doom. I think midlife can be calm. It can be a
Yes,
blessing. It can be a respite.
absolutely.
So there are my definition of fun would be very different from your definition of fun or Dr. Prachi's definition of fun. So why should we all fit in the same mold? So at the same time,
Absolutely.
why do we need to compete with men when we turn 40? Okay, men, okay, they are going to get naughty. I also have to. We don't need to compete. The whole social media, the world says we are a superior being. So let's do something which is which raises the bar of the idea of fun. So that's the whole thing about.
Exactly, exactly. I think the meaning of naughtiness should be different, right, and not just in a literal meaning. Like Anu says, we are all adults, and responsibility is not just a women thing. And Jennifer adds on that. She says that. Life starts at 40. Very right, Jennifer. On that note, it was wonderful talking about midlife crisis, and I would end up saying that it's no more a crisis and we enjoy our 40 and revisiting our I think identity, our existence after 40. It to bring more meaning to our life and existence is all about midlife. And to on that note, I would say cheers to our 40 plus women, and also to 30 plus, to all womanhood. I would say to all women, please be happy the way you are. You are beautiful, you are powerful. And I think on that note, thank you, Jennifer, thank you, Anu, and all our audience and whoever will watch in future. I hope you had a great time. We did, having, being able to share this chat with you all. So thank you so much, Dr. Prachi, Dr. Avlokita. It was wonderful sharing your experiences. On that note, I take leave, and until we meet again from
Can I add
India,
something? I'm so sorry. Can I add
please,
something? That's
absolutely,
why I
please,
raised my
please.
hand. Right?
Anji, please.
See, I think this is the right moment when you see. I told there's a lot of self introspection happens at this age, right? There might be certain things which I could not do when I was young. Maybe
Mhm.
because of family restriction, maybe because of societal restriction, maybe because of my own restrictions, right? Why can't we
Yes.
start it now? I think, when she said, like, when I was going through the comments, when she said life starts at 40, that is the reason they say life starts at 40, because there are a lot of tasks we have completed. So, something
Absolutely.
which we could not complete when we were young, I think we can always start it. I wanted to travel when I was young, but like, family circumstances, child being small, I could not do. Now I started doing it. So it is not
Yes.
that you really need to. I don't have to plan a trip to US or something, but very small trips can be done, right? So I think this is the time to self introspect and realize this was missing in my life, and let me complete it now. So I think midlife should be taken in this way.
So it's never too
That's
late
all.
for anything.
Yes.
It's yes, Dr. Prachi and Dr. Sanjhna. It's we are fortunate to be alive. We are
Yes.
breathing. So let's be grateful to be alive, and whatever midlife, early life, late life we are in. Firstly, is the gratitude to the Almighty that we are here alive and kicking, and it's honor and privilege. And you have to find your own mojo. Okay. So,
True.
and I am very sure we all will find. And thank you, Sanjana, for this platform. Dr. Prachi, you are a wonderful speaker, and it was an honor to be here and to be part of this forum. Thank you so much.
Pleasure all of mine, Dr. Sanjhna and Dr. Avlokita. And thank you so much, Dr. Sanjana, for coming up with this wonderful topic.
Thank you. I think it's all three of us. We did magic. So that's about our midlife. Magic. I would
Let's
say that.
celebrate it. Yes.
Let's celebrate it, absolutely. Before I just end up this, I would just to all my audience once again, let me just talk about our beautiful family, our G100 Oneness and Wisdom Wing. I would like to tell you once again what this wing is all about and who we really are. Now, we are again for you a group of individuals who truly believe that we are all one and yet uniquely different. That is the wisdom we are here to share through G100 Oneness and Wisdom Wing. We have powerful ladies as country, regional, state, and city chairs, and awesome gentlemen as our global and country denim partners, and mixture of ladies and gentlemen who form our advisory council to support, advise, and participate in driving our vision, driving gender equality. And our vision also is to help our sisters spread their wings and soar. Our country chairs comprises of entrepreneurs, CEOs, leaders, all from diverse backgrounds, yet having these common threads that runs across everything they do and be that form our mythology. We believe each one of us are masters in one area or another and are evolving and emerging continuously. We are aware we are all here to be the change in action that has a rippling effect across everything and everyone, everywhere. On that note, signing off from G100 Oneness and Wisdom India family, this is Dr. Sanjhna Nayarr signing off. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you so much.